This election should be the easiest election ever. After all, on one side, we have a white male millionaire in his 70s who not only has controversies surrounding his relationship with foreign nations like Russia, but also has records of him saying some very strange things that bring up levels of racism and other disputes. And on the other side, we have... exactly the same? Wait, is this right? Can we double check this? Alright, let's do this. White male. Check. Check. Millionaire. Check, check. In their 70s. Check, check. Controversies with Russia?
The fact is that I've gone head-to-head with Putin and made it clear to him we're not going to take any of his stuff. He's Putin's puppy. He still refuses to even say anything to Putin about the bounty on the heads of American soldiers. Your son got $3 million. And by the way, my son...
Check, check. Strange, messed up, maybe even racist comments?
You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists. And some, I assume, are good people.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Say it. Do it. Say it. You want to call them? What do you want to call them? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
white like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left.
There's not a racist bone in my body. I've been involved in civil rights my whole career.
As far as my relationships with all people, I think I have great relationships with all people. I am the least racist person in this room.
Check, check. Huh. Looks like this election is a bit harder than I thought.
America. America.
Flip.
Yeah. Coming again to save the mother.
Flipping.
Yeah, America.
Freak.
Yeah. Freedom is the only way. Yeah. Terrorists, your game is through. 'Cause now you have to answer to America.
The funny part about all of this is that I bet if you're a Democrat, you thought I was talking about Donald Trump at first. And if you're a Republican, you thought I was initially referring to Joe Biden. But don't feel ashamed. That's just what we're taught by the news. To attack the opponent for every minor detail and not focus on the hypocrisy of our own candidate. When you find someone is brainwashed by a different form of media than the one that brainwashed you, like, yeah. But in all seriousness, this election is a bit tough because, well, the media divides us in so much with almost any topic. And the media profits from this. News reporters get money for covering controversial topics, and most of the time, they have to spice it up a bit with over-exaggeration or sometimes even lies. Blatant lies. You know what? Companies stay trending if they support their radical consumers' beliefs and ideological systems. And you know what? Both sides are at fault. Like, for example, let's take a look again at this Donald Trump quote.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
In the media, this was heavily portrayed by liberals and Democrats as Donald Trump calling all Mexicans drug-induced rapists and criminals. Simultaneously, Republicans and conservatives viewed this quote as a massive immigrational warning that many illegal immigrants from Mexico are responsible for the high rates of crimes in America. But that's the thing. Both are in the wrong here. The left-oriented Trump haters and the right-oriented Trump lovers are getting concerned for the wrong reasons. Trump wasn't saying all Mexican immigrants are awful or criminals. He was heavily focusing on those who are illegal immigrants, not all Mexicans in general. But at the same time, there have been myriad studies that prove Mexican illegal immigrants are not responsible for as much crime as Trump proposes. Thus, both sides are at fault here. And how about the Biden clips I provided?
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Well, in this case, Biden obviously did not mean Trump supporters can't be black.
I shouldn't have been so cavalier in responding to what I thought was anyway, it was, I don't take it for granted at all, and no one should have to vote for any party based on their race, their religion, their background.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids, black kids, Asian kids. No, I really mean it, but think how we think about it.
And in this clip, he obviously just misspoke. For God's sake, this man loses his train of thought so many times, of course he will slip up and say something stupid.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
Hey, I'm all for making the minimum age 15. Wage, Biden. Wage. Minimum wage. On a different note, please don't vote for someone just because a celebrity told you to. I will never understand the power of celebrities. They are popular and have a platform to voice their opinion because they are good entertainers. They are professional entertainers. The majority of the time, they don't know jack about economics, social science, immigration, or any other serious topics that aren't related to their own wallets. Now, I am not trying to belittle the term entertainer, because entertainers do serve some purpose in our lives, and obviously there are some that are actually well educated on subjects that they discuss. But please, don't listen to someone like Cardi B and think, she hasn't spent any time researching or educating herself on any topic of politics, but she does have a nice butt, so yeah, I'll listen to who she's voting for. At the end of the day, Joe or Donald, why fight over which one wins? They both love each other, so why shouldn't we love them both? Am I right?
You know, Joe, I ran because of you. I ran because of you. I'm looking at you now. You're a politician. I ran because of you.
All right, Vice President Biden, your response to that, and then I do have some questions for both of you.
I'll tell you what.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. That was too far. I think I crossed the line there with that edit. In conclusion, my recommendation, and of course, I'm not trying to force anyone into doing this, but I highly recommend it. Take a step back from listening to the news or social media, and just look up the policies that these two men are pushing for. If you agree with the policies, then vote for that person. That way, you aren't voting for the least racist, or least xenophobic, or even the better of two evils. You are voting for the policies that you believe suit America better. This country is a democracy after all. Let's not make it anything worse. Thank you. This was your boy Russ. Take care and peace out.